Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wednesday night's Premier League predictions. So we are swapping the nights, as you've probably seen now. But I've got a few pundits on tonight, and we're going to go straight into the action. And I'm going to go straight over to our good friend Luke, Spursy, Sturmy Luke. After today's news, this morning's news that Thomas Franks was duly asked to leave Tottenham Hotspur as head coach, manager, whatever they call him these days. Sturmy, tell us what you think, mate.
That is the best I've felt after a loss since we handed City the title. Quite honestly, that sacking has been coming for over a month. It should have happened a month ago, because then if we bring in a manager, they get to do these things called transfers and bring in players that they want. Now he's saddled with the injury-ridden squad that we have. It's looking like De Zerbi. I would take De Zerbi, but honestly, he just needed to go. The football put you to sleep.
I've got a quick question for you. Well, a couple of quick questions. The first one being, do you think then Franks is a bad manager? Is that what you're saying?
I don't think he's a bad manager. No, it clearly worked for him at Brentford, but it feels like it was a step too much. He sort of got a level. Like when he's not meant to be managing big expectations, I'm sure he's going to be fine again in like another sort of championship to lower half Prem job. But with a team that, whether rightly or wrongly, have expectations of top half and Europe, it was a bit of a too much of a step for him.
Okay, and in regards to that club, that a wonderful club that is Tottenham Hotspur, you say that it should have happened a month ago, so the new manager could have come in and got the chance with some transfers. Do you not think that being the poisonous shell of upper management that you've got at Spurs, do you not think that possibly they've done that purposefully, so the next manager that they bring in doesn't have full reign as per se and just has to put up and do with what they tell him to do?
Potentially, but it feels like a stupid decision if that is what they've decided to do, because currently the squad that is left, one thing about Frank I don't like is that he did not trust the youth. You're in an injury crisis. What do? Sometimes you have to lean into the youth. We have Lucas Williams-Barnett, who has been a winger, an attacking midfielder, and we are now down at least two wingers. We sold one of them as well. So that is a position of need, and he's not giving him a single minute. Not one. The only youth player we ever gave a shot was Byfield, who's, I believe, a centre-back by trade, and he started playing him right back in the Champions League. Other than that, in an injury crisis, tried no one. So even sometimes, because if you say about transfers, but sometimes a youth player with some drive, with some passion, and actual fighting, wanting to stay in the team, can feel like a new transfer. I'm not saying everyone's going to hit the ground running, but I mean, the example is Archie Gray scored yesterday. Look at the fire he had when he scored that goal. No matter how that goal went in, he's suddenly trying to G up the entire stadium. You can tell he wanted to play for the shirt. But, some of these players, like Kolo Muani, for example, like he gave a good showing of himself, actually putting himself about yesterday. But in other games, he's looked completely disinterested. So
talking of that game yesterday, mate. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're at home. Home form supposed to be good.
No.
Well, it's supposedly supposed to be good, isn't it? Supposed to be good.
It's supposed to be good.
What happened? What happened against Newcastle?
For the long stretches of the game, they outclassed us. They shut up shop towards the end, obviously. But
so you're saying that Newcastle outclassed Spurs?
I'm saying for large portions of that game, that first half was disgraceful. But for large portions of that game, it was unacceptable in terms of how the team played. And it comes back to Frank's perfectionism. What Frank even said back towards the start when things are going successfully, he was encouraging players to ignore the crowd when they say shoot and work for a perfect chance. Wanting to go to the byline, put it across. It can't. Football is not perfect. It can't always work like that. You can't play the game with that level of perfection. It just baffles me.
So where do Spurs go from here then? Where do Tottenham go from here then? So, you mentioned De Zerbi. I mean, Bob Dude's on, and he said, you don't want De Zerbi. He's all about him and not the good of the team.
Well, there's not really many others out there at the moment, I don't think, that would be sort of available. Like, who is available at this time to bring in? You can't even bring in Dyche in a job. But you don't. What I think Spurs want, what the Spurs way as such is always associated with fluid attacking football. We've tried to be a bit more defensive, a bit more aerial. But if you're talking about classic Tottenham, it's always been attack first. It's why I was so not upset to lose Ange, but that it didn't work out, because he epitomised the Spurs way. Like, the classic teams down the years have always been, with Spurs, it's always been, we were a bit leaky at the back, but we were good going forwards. That was always what we sort of brought to the table. We're an entertaining team, at least. This has been, I mean, it's cure for insomnia at times, watching some of these games. It genuinely has been.
On how bad Frank's has been, the fact you've just said you actually miss Ange. That the Ange days are the good old days.
I mean, at least when we had Ange, it was entertaining when we were losing. Like, it was actually, like, no matter what happened, it could be a 4-3, a red card. I mean, we're still getting red cards anyway, Romero. But you'd at least get some spark. Something would make you feel like you're at least watching your team try. They were trying out there for him. Like this, it just feels like a lot of sideways passes.
A few more comments coming in. I'd like to hear other people's comments, who they think is going to be a perfect swap for Thomas Franks. James Hutchinson, watching from home. Championship for Spurs. Ole, ole. Not sounding good. And apparently, according to Mr. Bush, I don't think it's official yet, but Matt Hamshaw's available. I don't think that's actually official yet, but, this is what I was saying to the Millers lot, to be fair, about Franks going this morning. I mean, it's boring football, yeah, fair enough, but you've had a few results, they've been all right, it's not been, let's say, as bad as Rotherham yet, They get rid of Franks at this stage.
We have won 2 games at home so far this season in the Premier League. One of them was opening day against Burnley. That's not acceptable. That's ridiculous.
But at least you're consistent with last season, mate.
No, we're worse off than last season. We have less
points
than
not,
we
actually,
did this point last season.
What did you finish in last season?
No, that is different. That points-wise, we are worse off at this stage than we were last season. I think by about 6 points.
So this goes on to kind of dropping into the predictions a little bit here. So Leeds have had a couple of good games. Poppy's on tonight. She's shouting Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. Evening, everyone. Good comeback last night, Birchie. So obviously we're going to get onto the Leeds thing very, very shortly. But Birchie mentioned it earlier, Forest were in the battle with Leeds to try and push ourselves away from that relegation zone. Now Leeds have picked up a nice 4 points over the last couple of games. Do you think now it's more of a battle with Spurs being down there now?
100%. We haven't won a game in 2026 in the Premier League. Only in Europe we've won games. Like 2026 so far, we are in mid-February. We've not won a Premier League game. That's nuts. I found a stat that this is the 3rd time in 14 months we've gone on a 7-game winless run.
Wow.
And that is a team that's somehow in the Premier League still. That's ridiculous.
Wow.
Like it is becoming a painful watch week in, week out.
And just as you're saying that, James Hutchinson, Sturmy is rocking the Lee Bush head loss outfit tonight. Absolutely. And there's Mers sat in the corner, you know, top of the league. Nice little rival to Tottenham. Well, not even a rival, are you, Mers? You just sat there pretty in the corner, soaking in the glory that is Arsenal Football Club at the minute.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also a little bit disappointed with Spurs. They couldn't wait 12 days, the bastards. They should have just waited until the 23rd of February and then sack him. That would have done a great one, you know. I was waiting for the whitewash to happen, you know. Absolute row in, but I don't. It might be a bit more difficult now because that new manager bounce might fucking happen. I'm not looking forward to it now.
Do you know what? Whoever takes over as well, I feel like they don't need to beat Arsenal. As long as they play some exciting stuff, give Arsenal a go. Get beat 3-2, 4-2, but make it lively. They'll probably get the fans back round. Like, as long as they can get something out of them players. It's a real opportunity.
I mean, as Mers said way back, like I remember the quote from when I was getting cooked with the lawyer speech last time Arsenal and Spurs played. It was, I think it was a top 5 worst performance in Premier League history or in the last 10 years or something. Like Frank just set up to defend and conceded, was it 3 or 4?
I think it was 4, I think.
It's 4-1.
Yeah.
Wow. 5? I've had that up.
It was just too much sideways football. That was the problem with him.
So the be-all and end-all is then, are Spurs going to stay up this season?
Yes.
Or are they going to fall into that relegation zone?
No, I think they'll stay up. I think, well, when you're looking at the teams around them, right, I think the one thing that you can see that other teams don't necessarily have is at least the ability to necessarily score and also be able to probably keep maybe a few clean sheets here and there and be able to pick up some results. Like, yeah, okay, fine. They haven't had a great run in 2026, but new manager, whether it's a caretaker or a permanent sign-in, should be able to turn the results around and enough to get to that sort of magic, say 40 points.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the new manager needs to almost start playing the B team in Europe and just write that off and forget about it and keep everyone fit for the Saturday?
I agree, but you need to get people back in order to keep them fit. Here's the current injury list, at least according to the app I've got here. So Davies is out until mid-April. Romero suspended for another 3 games. Adogie's out till late February. Stanso's late February. Poro's late February. Kulusevski's late February. Madison's May. Bergval's April. Bentancur's April. Kudus is April. And Richarlison's March. Like, that is a starting 11 at least worth of injuries.
He's not having an ice bath or anything at your new stadium. Is your recovery just that bad? Like,
I mean, honestly, it is that bad because this, if you remember, the whole situation under Ange was, Van der Ven's always injured. Romero's injured. Players were getting injured left and right there. So do we have to question the medical staff at this point? The one that I point to for the medical staff, is the Bergval injury. It was against Dortmund. He clearly needed to come off. And they forced him to play on another 5 minutes, and it aggravated it further. Like, it was just, it's that kind of brain dead stuff that either Frank should have spotted it, the medical staff should have spotted it, someone should have spotted that. And now he's out till April, late April at that.
Just like our amazing Sunday show, for anybody that doesn't watch it, we have a call-in show now for the Sunday show. We've got a special guest tonight who's just popping in to say hello. Evening, Carl.
Hello.
It won't add you to the screen, mate, because we're set up differently.
Can you hear me, though?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me? I'm calling from warm Tenerife now.
Warm Tenerife? It's a bit dark.
Hello, Carl.
Yeah, it's fucking nighttime, Phil.
Okay. You could put a light on though or something, couldn't you, mate?
There is a light on. It's just still dark.
Oh, right, okay. Hold on, you were on the bus. Okay.
That's better.
You're in Tenerife, are you?
I'm in Tenerife now.
Holiday or other business?
Holiday.
Oh, right, okay, that's fine. What?
How are we doing?
Just quickly then, Carl. Just quickly, what's your views on Spurs?
What about him?
Well, do you think they're going to go down?
No, too good to go down. Told you he's going to go down. Wolves, Burnley, and Nottingham Forest.
Right. On that note, we're going to get rid of Carl now.
Enjoy your holiday.
Enjoy your holiday, mate.
Yeah,
what a prick. He's just called in just to show off he's on holiday, hasn't he? Like
little surprise guest there. So we're going to jump quickly onto the comments before we get straight into some of the predictions. So Bushy is adamant that he wants to get rid of Hammy. So Hammy, I'll drive him, apparently.
That'll be a fun car journey.
Oh, there is a good shout, to be fair. Ruben Amorim. He's at work.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we tried a back three, but with the current vacancies at centre back, like we don't have the personnel right now. But I mean, it's a manager.
You'd take anybody right now, wouldn't you, mate?
Right now, if they show attacking intent and can get something out the players, have at it.
You take Big Sam. Big Sam Aladicio, he's ready. Not going to lie, Sturmy, I'm gutted you sacked him. Was looking forward to 3 points to keep us up.
I swear we only play. I swear we played Leeds in like April or something. So it's been a hot.
Bushy adamant that Forest will go down as well, as always, because he's a secret Forest fan, really. No chance Spurs or Leeds go down like I predicted at start. Burnley, Wolves, Forest. Mr. William Large Testicles thinks he knows it all there. How on earth are your medical staff still in a job?
Not.
Absolute madness. And Phil just asked Carl who his missus supports, please, pal. Yeah. And surprised there was no bus, according to Bob Dude. Yeah. And Lee's a Leeds fan, and we all know it, says Poppy. Right, so odd predictions this week, because obviously we've had some games already. So we had a few games last night and some interesting games. I won't ask what your predictions were for them. However, do please chirp up and say whether you got the score right or not. Feel free to do that. And obviously then I'll go through the predictions from what's happening tonight onwards, basically. So looking at the games last night, it was obviously Tottenham Hotspur 1, Newcastle 2. Yeah, say no more, really. I mean, did anyone get it spot on? Anyone get those predictions spot on of 2-1?
No, I never picked them to win.
No, I had Spurs as a 2-0. I went, okay, so you went 2.
I reversed it out of bias. Otherwise, I did think it would go 2-1 Newcastle, but bias told me 2-1 Spurs.
Wow. Okay. Well, we've talked enough about Spurs. I think we've upset Sturmy more than enough. We had then the mighty Leeds seem to be gaining some points recently, and they played against Chelsea last night and got a 2-2 draw there. Not bad, Birchie. What was your quick thoughts on the game, and did you get the prediction right?
I did. I went for 2-2. I didn't think we'd beat them. I just couldn't see them beating us for some reason, so I did go for the 2-2 draw. But yeah, to be fair, I managed to watch the game and we were shocking. We was poor. So how we managed to get 2-2, I have no idea. But it looks weird. I mean, I think both were penalties, so no complaints there. And nothing wrong with our second goal. Not handball. No in the build-up. So I just got... after we get... I always say when it's 2-0 up, it's always a tough score. Because the next goal always matters. And you can... As soon as you go 2-1, it always goes 2-2, or you need to go 3-0 up. So... We stayed in game long enough and managed to pull it back. And we could have lost it in the last minute, but luckily Palmer can't score. So not too bad. I'm happy with it. And after beating Forest and all, it's even better, isn't it, Phil?
Do you know what? I thought you'd got over that, mate. You know, new game, another game. I thought you just got over it, mate. At the end of the day,
starting to feel fully safe now, Birchie?
It's 4 points, Dan. 4 points that they've got.
I know, but there's form as well. Leeds have been good since like December. They've been really hard to beat for about 3 months now.
They're still in the same position. They're still 16th, aren't they?
Well, no, because when that's in December, we're technically we're second bottom. So, it's a big change since December. But I'm a bit more confident than I was. But the way form still worries me because I know we managed to get a draw yesterday and we've been picking up draws, but we're playing poor away. And it only comes up against someone, it's going to go all the way wrong. I mean, we should have lost last night, to be fair. I mean, we can't seem to turn them draws into wins away. I mean, home form, I think that's going to be enough to keep us up as it's going. But we've got some, the next home game is Man City, so that's irrelevant about home form against a team like that. So, I mean, we've got, I think, Villa next, then City. I can't remember who we play after, and then we've got quite a tough run coming up. So all depends if we can just grind out a few of these results. I mean, keep grabbing points here and there, and as long as the people are slipping up below us, I think we should be enough. Hopefully. Well, I said we'll go down at the start of the season, and I'm not confident until end of May. I'll let you know end of May if we stay up.
When we're on the last game or something. Yeah, absolutely. A few more comments coming in. Bob Dude saying, we have Villa tonight, then Brentford away, then Forest at the Amex. Not sure where our next point. It'll be against Forest, mate. That's when you'll get 3 points against Forest, the way we're playing at the minute. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. I know you made a couple of comments the other day, Bob Dude, about you were concerned about Brighton. Obviously, Palace got the win the other day, and so that pushes them up a little bit higher now. It starts to bring Brighton into the mix. I think Brighton will be absolutely fine. They're picking up the points. They're doing what Leeds are doing. They're picking up the points where the points are needed. So I don't think there'll be any issue with that. Bushy saying, no, Birchie is a secret United fan. Is that true, Birchie?
Never.
Hutcho thinks he went 2-2. I will double check, Hutcho. I haven't got my spreadsheet in front of me right now, but I will have a double check. You probably did, mate. Being a Leeds fan, you got to back your team as per se. Poppy saying, I wasn't impressed with how we played. We were awful, but we will take that draw. Jordan Staniforth, will be interesting to see who could be the final team to go down with Wolves and Burnley. Leeds aren't messing around. Either Forest or West Ham for me. I'm backing it being Palace. I still think Palace are going to go down. RUFC, Tiny, can't believe Manchester United were about to win 5 games in a row for the first time in years, and the main focus was on that clown with the long hair and the southern accent. Embarrassing. So obviously that goes on to the Man United game. Man United versus West Ham, and that ended in a draw. So again, Man United still not able to get ahead of any of the bottom 6. They've not won against any of the bottom 6. Do we? And obviously, Man United are sitting pretty up the table and whatnot. Do we think that that's a worry for Man United, that they're picking up points against some of the bigger teams, but they're not picking up against the lower teams? What do we think on that, guys?
I wouldn't say so. I mean, if Anarim was still there and they hadn't changed anything recently, I would say definitely. But they've got Carrick in. I'm not convinced he's going to get them to win the league, like some viewers and some hosts might tell you. But I think he's won 4, drew 1. You're not going to win every game in the Premier League. You went away to West Ham, who were fighting for their lives, and you got a point. It's not a bad point, and I think the way the teams at the top end of the table are behaving, they could definitely sneak the Champions League.
Yeah, absolutely. Loads of comments coming in tonight, guys. Phil is just jealous that Leeds fans aren't plastic like Forest fans are. We're not plastic. That we're not plastic, not in the slightest. Bertie, don't forget we beat Man City with a Dallas goal. Stranger things have happened. Keep the faith. Poppy keeping the faith of the Man City. Yeah, fair enough. I booed the team, not proud of it, but piss poor performance against our rivals. Played like we were 1-0 up at times. Pass back to keeper. Hopeful long balls up the pitch to no one. Well, you know, as long as you keep picking up the points, Bob, dude, I think you'll be all right. And Hutcho, I didn't see Man United result until late, but I noticed Bushy was quiet, so I knew they didn't win. Yeah, you can always tell when Man United aren't winning. Bushy goes very, very, very quiet. Other games: Everton versus Bournemouth. Bournemouth getting a win there, 2-1 over Everton. Anybody get that prediction right?
I got that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I got that one right as well. I would have loved to have seen. I didn't see the game, but there was a red card in that as well, wasn't there?
Right back.
Yeah, literally. Everton fell apart in 10 minutes.
Did they?
2 goals and a red card.
Wow. Interesting. Everton could easily start losing points later on in the season. And then obviously we've got the West Ham Man United 1-1. Did anyone get that prediction right?
Way off.
Did you, Dan?
I did, yeah. I didn't fancy.
What made you go for a 1-1, especially with the bounce that Man United have been doing?
I think the bounce, as much as they've improved, I think under Anarim, they did step up occasionally in big games, and I think the first 2 were big games. I think, although they are better, I don't think they're a title contender. I think they are going to drop points here and there, and West Ham are starting to pick up a little bit. They're fighting for their lives at home. Got a big midweek match under the lights. It just felt like they were going to be able to dog a point out.
Wow, good guess, mate. Good prediction. Poppy's still talking. Bloody hell, you can tell she's from Leeds, or a Leeds fan at least. Phil, you had no fans until you were selling half-season tickets when you were doing well. All your fans were wearing scum shirts until you were back in the Prem. I don't know where you're getting this information from, Poppy. I live like 20 minutes from the City Ground, and I can't say I see many Forest fans wearing Man United shirts, to be honest. I don't know why anyone would wear a Man United shirt. I don't even think Man United fans like wearing Man United shirts, to be fair.
And now most of them are Chinese.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's move on to tonight's games. We've got in approximately 2 minutes, we've got Nottingham Forest versus Wolves. It's at the City Ground. Wolves are bottom. What do we think, guys? What are our predictions? Love to hear the predictions in the comments as well. Give us your predictions on all the games that we're going to be talking about. As it's a Nottingham Forest game, obviously I have gone for a 2-0 win for Forest tonight. We need the win. I think we're at the City Ground, and I think it would be very difficult for it's difficult for anybody that comes to the City Ground to play against us with the atmosphere and so on and so forth. And I just think Wolves are going to be no different on that front, and the fact that Wolves are bottom and they are crap. So yeah, 2-0 Forest. Birchie, what's your thoughts, mate?
I think I'm hoping, but I'm hoping they don't. But I think Forest are going to go into it thinking Wolves aren't winning, easy 3 points. I think they're going to get a scare and go 1-0 down. But I've got them to bounce back and win 2-1. So I've got Forest to win 2-1.
Oh, I was going to say that.
Yeah, not Wolves.
Wolves? Are you mad? I mean, I know you're a Leeds fan, mate, and you've got to have something wrong in your head, but really? Okay.
Yeah, I think they'll go 1-0 down, and then they'll realise, and then they'll kick on and win it.
Okay. We'll see. It's still a win for Forest. I'm happy with that. Dan?
I completely agree with you, Phil. I think Wolves have given up already. Got no fight in them. 2-0 Forest.
2-0 Forest. Good man. Keeping it going for the City boys. Sturmey?
Completely agree with the above, 2-0. But I'd like to just give this time to think of what GH's prediction would be, and that's clearly a 2-1 win for Wolves. Let me check, because I don't know if GH is actually watching tonight. Let me check what results he sent me.
5-0 to Wolves.
Where is he? There he goes.
2-1
He
Wolves,
went with. He
goals.
did go with a Wolves 2-1 victory.
Predictable. What can I say?
He's gone. I'm not joking you at all. He has gone for a 2-1 victory. If you can see that on the camera, there it is. Nottingham Forest 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2. That's the ball knowledge that is GH. Mers, you've been very quiet tonight. Come on, tell us what's your thoughts on the Forest Wolves game.
Okay, so my prediction is I think Wolves will score first, and GH is going to pipe up, being like, "I told you, Wolves are going to stay up. They're going to get all those wins." But then there's going to be the comeback victory for Forest, and you guys win 2-1.
2-1. So it's either 2-0 or 2-1 with everybody on the show. Bring your comments in tonight. Poppy, seriously, do you have to get personal? I don't know why you're getting personal. Up the
Big
Wolves.
families.
I used to like. Do you know what? I used to like her. She used to come in the comments and actually have some proper ball knowledge. GH is rubbing off onto her. Must be. GH doing something anyway. Aston Villa Brighton. What do we think to that then? Aston Villa versus Brighton. Let's go back to you, please, Birchie.
I've gone for Villa 2-0. I think Brighton are on a bit of a slope at the moment, and Villa's quite good at home. So I've gone for 2-0.
2-0. Okay. Dan?
Completely agree with Birchie. Apologies, Bob, dude, but I can't see Brighton getting anything out of that one. 2-0.
2-0. Sturmy?
That's a hat-trick, 2-0. Villa.
Ouch. Are we going to make it 4? Mers?
Yeah, make that a quadruple. 2-0.
And to add,
Come on, Phil.
and to add insult to injury, I have also gone 2-0 Villa.
The quintuple.
Everybody watching, go bet 2-0
It
Brighton.
would be great
and you'll
to
be
see
rich.
who is watching and all the predictions coming in. Poppy thinks that she's got more ball knowledge than me. You probably have, Poppy, but that's because you're female. Bob Dude, gone 2-2, same scoreline as last year. But if I wasn't backing my team, what are you laughing at, boys? But if I wasn't backing my team, would have generally put 4 or 5 to Villa. Yeah,
Can we just get one thing, Phil, from you?
Well,
Whilst we had GH's record there, we've all said 2-0. Tell me he didn't put 2-0.
Oh, let's have a look.
Before people put their bets on.
I'll leave it on my
GH
phone
put
what
2-0?
GH said. So, Aston Villa, Brighton and Hove. No, he's gone for 3-1 victory to Aston
2-0
Villa.
safe, guys.
Okay.
So our 2-0 is perfectly safe on that one. Moving on, we've got Crystal Palace, a struggling Crystal Palace, although they did pick up 3 points earlier on in the week. Crystal Palace versus Burnley. Where are we going with this one, please, Birchie?
Yeah, again, I've gone 2-0 to Palace. I mean, both teams aren't particularly great, but I don't think Burnley's got no fight left neither. I just think it's going to be a simple 2-0 for Palace.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. Dan?
Similar to Birchie, but I think Burnley might nick one. 2-1. I think 2 poor teams, but Burnley, I mean, they were at the stadium a couple of weeks ago, and they are the worst team that's played on that pitch this season. They were terrible.
Okay. Sturmy?
I've got Burnley stealing a point, 1-1.
Okay. And Mers?
I've gone with a 2-1 win as well, and I think Strand Larsen's probably going to score his first goal for Palace.
Well, I've gone for a 0-0 draw. I just think it's going to be one of those games where they'll both try and fight it, but I just can't see either team currently giving us any sort of inspiration at all. I just can't see it personally. That's why I've gone 0-0. And then we've also got Man City versus Fulham. Is this going to be a whitewash for Man City, I wonder? So, Birchie, what do you think?
Yeah, I've gone routine for Man City at home. I've gone quite a few goals. 4 goals in it. I've gone 3-1.
3-1. Nice. Well, the two guys underneath you seem to be smirking, nodding, and laughing here. Have you three got something going
I
off?
was going to say, there's a
Because
bit
Dan, let
copying
me
going on
guess.
tonight, isn't there?
3-1?
3-1.
3-1.
3-1.
3-1.
And Sturmy?
Oh, yeah, 3-1.
3-1. Mers?
3-1. 3-1, yeah,
All right.
3-1 all around.
I didn't. I went 3-0, but okay. I don't think Fulham have got a goal in them, unfortunately.
Well, you say that, but the last return fixture for this was 9 goals between 2 teams. So
Wow. I think Fulham are shit. I don't like Fulham, so yeah, there we are. That's my prediction and my opinion, Mer. So don't care about your stats, stat man. Right.
It seems to me that people have seen me catching bushing, copying my results. It sounds like.
Well, I think that's probably what it is, mate. Because you are like I said, I've not got the spreadsheet on me today, so I'll do an update for next week's show of exactly where we're all at. I'm away from my computer at the minute, so I've not actually physically got the spreadsheet. But going off the fact that you've got 2 perfect results already this week, I think. I think you could be rivaling Bushy very, very, very quickly.
And Buffy definitely won't have said 1-1 West Ham Man United. You've definitely gained there.
We've got another interesting match tonight. Sunderland are playing at home against Liverpool. What do we think, Dan? As it's Sunderland and there's no GH in tonight, what do we think? You can say what you want.
I think we're going to beat them 2-1, mate. I think we're missing our best player of the season. They're probably missing their best player of the season in Szoboszlai. And I think they're going to have to show on, I don't know, maybe it's probably out on the team news now, but maybe Endo or Curtis Jones right back. And I think we're going to unleash it the way the Talby or this Angulo, our new winger, and he's going to rip them a new one. And we're going to be victorious and keep our unbeaten record at the stadium alive.
Can confirm Endo right back.
Oh, yeah. Lovely.
There we go.
Turns like a double-decker bus.
Nice. Okay. Lovely, lovely. So GH has also gone 2-1, but obviously in the other direction. He thinks Liverpool are going to beat Sunderland 2-1. Birchie, where are you going with this?
Yeah, I agree with Dan. I've gone 2-1 Sunderland.
Wow. Sturmy?
For once, I'm disagreeing with the 2 above. I've got 1-1.
Okay. Okay. Mers?
I'm in agreement with my Spurs counterpart. I think it's going to be 1-1.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do a bit of GH logic here.
Okay.
But I'm not backing Liverpool. I actually think that Liverpool are not going to score. And I actually think it's going to be 3-0 Sunderland.
I hope you're right.
I think it's going to be a big shock result tonight. I genuinely do. I think this is the sort of game where, you know, your home form is absolutely phenomenal at the minute. And I just think it's going to be one of those games where, yeah, Liverpool are just going to get unstuck and they're just not going to know what's hit them. And Sunderland are going to come along and absolutely spank them 3-0.
Can someone start driving to Southampton now, just in case that's correct, so we can check on?
Well, I'm virtually there anyway. I'm in Bridgewater, so I'm not a million miles away from Southampton.
You can pop
anyway.
over and make sure he's all right, just in case you're correct.
Yeah, I'll just have a whiz over later on. Make sure he's all right. We've also got tomorrow night is Brentford versus Arsenal. Now, Arsenal are on a double game week, according to FPL this week. So they are playing, obviously, tomorrow night, and then they're playing again on Wednesday night of next week. And because of, obviously, the Cup and everything like that, that has fallen under the same game week. So Arsenal having a double game week. So I hope everybody on their FPLs have bagged at least 3 Arsenal players in there and possibly triple captained one of them. And done whatever else they needed to do to get the points up that FPL. So, Mers, your first game of the game week against Brentford tomorrow night, away. How do you feel?
I feel quite confident, especially considering if you're looking at our last 2 Prem results. 4-0 against Leeds, and then 3-0 against Sunderland. And I thought the Sunderland game would have ended up being a lot closer. So I feel like this could end up being like another goal fest game for us, but I don't think it's going to. I personally don't think it's going to be a 3 or 4-0. I've gone with a 2-0 win. Probably another set piece goal in there. Gabriel, hopefully, for the FPL.
I want it to be Rice.
I've got him as a triple captain as well. So, yeah.
Literally, I've gone for it.
Yeah. So,
I've first place there, Merce.
I think I've captained Rice and I've done a bench boost this week because I've got a few players.
I've had a nightmare. I forgot to change my captain, so I have Bruno Fernandes. I've had a stink.
Oh, nice 2 points. That's 4 total.
Brilliant.
I actually took a shot yesterday. I captained João Pedro. He hit me 20 points. So.
Go on, assist, not bad.
Nice. A few comments coming in. Turbo's watching tonight. He's gone with a Fulham 2-1 victory. Back in the Fulham there. Obviously, he's then gone for a 2-1 victory to Liverpool. And same with Hutcho. He's gone 2-1. Sorry, Dan. GH is finally in the house. Yes, lads, just got home. F you, Phil. Well, listen, mate, you always badmouth Forest like 1-0, so I'm just going to sit there tonight, and when Sunderland smash you 3-0, I'm going to come on that chat and I'm going to laugh my arse off. So, yeah, in your face. Evening, GH, want to share in the chat your predictions this week. We already know I've been sharing them already. Not that it is related, but not used by any chips still. Okay, so Bob Dude's keeping hold of his chips. 3-0 Arsenal versus Brentford, 4-0 Arsenal versus Wolves. So he's back in the Arsenal this week. We're going to get onto the second Arsenal game very, very shortly. Liverpool 2-1, says GH, and Captain Madueke has a turbo as well. So the Arsenal-Brentford or the Brentford-Arsenal game, Mers is going with a nice little 2-0 win there. What are you saying, Birchie?
Yeah, I agree with Mers. Can't see Brentford doing much. I've gone 2-0 Arsenal, routine.
2-0 Arsenal. Dan?
I've went a little bit different. I think Brentford are a really solid team at home. So I've actually picked a 2-2 draw.
A 2-2 draw. Interesting. Look at Mers's face. Look at Mers's face. Disgusted with that. Disgusted. Sturmy, are you going to cheer him up?
No, yeah, I'm going to cheer him out. Same prediction, 2-0.
2-0. I've gone for a 3-1 on that game. I think Arsenal, yeah. And I hope it's a hat-trick for Declan Rice and just give me a load of points in FPL. That would be great. So, yeah. And so then we're going to double whammy it with the Arsenal. And we're going to jump on to the Arsenal-Wolves game, which is going to happen next Wednesday. What's our thoughts on that one? Mers, Wolves, easy game?
Well, this is an interesting one because when we played them at home, they did frustrate us, and we had to rely on 2 own goals from them to actually get the points. And now that it's the away fixture, I was thinking, oh, could they frustrate us again? But then I feel like it's going to be another thrashing of the bottom half teams, and I think it's going to be a 3-0 win for Arsenal. I think Madueke will be a key player in that match.
Okay. Tom will be very happy with that after he's captained him. Birchie, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't think I actually sent you my that prediction, but I agree with Mers. I go for 3-0 as well.
3-0. I've also gone 3-0. I think it's an easy one for Arsenal, that one. Dan?
Yep, so on the back of Arsenal's disappointing 2-2 draw at the G-Tech, I see them showing up to Molineux and taking it out on Wolves with a 3-0 victory.
Fabulous. And Sturmy, what's your thoughts?
I've gone one step further than that. Wolves are going to get annihilated 4-0. See you later. Although I've seen GH agrees with that, so can't win all.
GH has said that, but let's just check that against what he's actually told me, just so we're 100% aware of that GH isn't lying.
I don't think GH would lie.
He did say 3-0 Arsenal, Brentford, and then yes, he did. He did say 4-0 as well. Just double checking.
Integrity.
Make sure he's not making stuff up. According to Bushy, I'm not watching the game yet. Should be, but obviously I'm doing the podcast. Gibbs White just missed a sitter. I'm not surprised. It's Gibbs White. He's crap, and we all know. Yeah, so what? Who cares? So, been a good show, guys. I know we're only 45 minutes in, but the viewing figures are a little bit lower tonight. We've had lots of comments coming in from lots of different people. Absolutely loads of comments. The viewing figures are a little bit lower tonight, and I can only put that down to obviously the midweek football. So yeah, unfortunately, those midweek games do hamper the show a little bit. The show was put on for a Wednesday. 7 till 8 for the 8 o'clock games, and then in the ultimate wisdom didn't think about the actual midweek game starting at 7:30 this week, based on this odd game week, based on what's happening over on the cup at the weekend, basically. So Poppy also saying, Phil, you used to love Gibbs White. No, I didn't. I've never liked Gibbs White. I've always said I swear you live in a parallel universe, Poppy. You talk about Forest like it's some sort of, League 3 team or something. I don't know where you get it from. Please, I want to watch the match. Sorry. Sorry.
Pele.
We will let you watch that match, Pele. Do apologise for that. I know that Dan is also wanting to get to himself prepped for that Sunderland-Liverpool match as well. And Poppy is just fishing for compliments there. John Sullivan, first comment of the night. Anderson is the best Premier League player ever to exist. Again, if you're trying to get me to bite on that, I've never said Anderson is the best Premier League player ever to exist. I have said, though, his stats against all other midfielders in the similar format to him, his stats are way bigger than theirs. But you lot are just trying to pick on me tonight. You're hoping that Wolves are going to win, and now look. Oh, hey Phil, hey up the tune. Yes, up the tune. Let's pick on Spursy for a little bit longer because it is Spurs losing their manager, losing their place in the Premier League as well. That should be fun. Anybody else got anything that they would like to add to tonight's show?
I do have a quick question for the pundits if you want to debate something for 5 minutes. It depends if you want to get
absolutely.
Off for the Forest match. So obviously we've had Seahawks win the Super Bowl, and their defensive coach, to quote Merce, is a lad from England. So England have won a Super Bowl, have a Super Bowl winning coach before they have a Premier League winning manager. Is that a concern about the future of English managers in the game?
I mean,
I'm just happy. I'm just happy for the Seahawks to win because Seahawks is my team. So, hey, it might be a good year for me. Maybe that's a sign that Arsenal's going to win the league as well. So,
well, it's sure not going to be Man United, is it? Let's have that nice and clear that it will not be Man United. If they can't beat West Ham, then
I mean, he's the best English manager at the moment. What, Eddie Howe?
Eddie Howe, yeah.
And he won last night, but John's been calling for his head for about a month now, I think. So, as the resident Toon fan. So, it's not looking particularly good.
I mean, you do have the slight caveat. Fergie was Scottish and Dalglish with Blackburn was Scottish as well. So, British managers have won it.
British managers, but they would go mad if you called them. If you went,
you couldn't. Like you can't call them English.
It's like the old Andy Murray clip where he's like, "I'm not British, I'm Scottish."
Yeah.
See, and the thing with that as well, you've got obviously coach manager for them American football. It's not much different to rugby. England are very, very good at rugby, so he already had the knowledge of defensive wise from that anyway. So it's pretty much same game, and it just a bit tweaked on rules. So we're always English coach always good do well and something like that. Always.
Everybody in the comments trying to make me.
When I seen it, I thought I'd share it, but I know Phil wants to get the Forest, so we're going to end it there.
No, everybody's trying to make me bite in the comments at the minute. I've got John saying, "What's the top, Phil?" So the top is actually the England '96 shirt that I'm currently wearing. Forest losing 2-0. No, they're not. Poppy, wind your neck back in. You wish. Are they actually Poppy? No, John, they're not. Do not listen. John, Poppy. Just tell everybody that they took the word gullible out of the English dictionary while you're at it. Just getting ready for later. Of course you are. Yeah. What is it with you Leeds fans? You're a disease. That's what you are. A disease. Poppy saying it's a fake shirt, fake, haha, yeah, keep going. It's all right, you can keep it all going. It's not a problem. Water off a duck's back. All the 7:30 kickoffs are 0-0 still at the minute. Yes, they are. GH.
On 7:40.
Aware of that. Didn't realise GH was on. No, he's not on. And thank the Lord, because GH knowledge would this whole show would go into disrepair if GH was on tonight.
I'll speak for Bushy quickly though. I will speak for Bushy on the England manager thing really quickly. He will say Carrick will win the league. That's the chance that England have to win the league. Is Carrick. As to the Bushy, that is the Bushy point of view straight in, just because he's not said it, and I assume he's not. He's watching the games.
Don't give him any more airtime than he actually needs. You really don't need to. The man's just he's delusional. I tell you what, he's more delusional than GH. If he thinks Man United are going to win the league, Wolves have got more chance of coming out of relegation. Put it that way. Stop being Mardy, Phil. You're worse than the 3 and 4 year olds I teach. Do you know what? I could really say a comment, but I think this show's going to get deleted at that rate. If I start biting with comments that you coming out with, Poppy, this show will absolutely get deleted. It will be struck off everything. Got a different shift next week. Finish earlier than normal, as is a take care all great show as always. Thank you, Bob Dude. Hopefully get you on the show next week. It would be fantastic if you were. John's telling everybody that I love a fake top.
No. GH loves a fake top.
Oh, GH loves a fake top. Oh, yeah. Right, okay. He loves a fake top. It's all right. Poppy said my top was fake, but yeah, I'm lost with it all. Are you in a hostel there, Phil? No, it's a hotel. Slightly different. Listen, I'm not biting anymore. I'm going. Yes, Phil, not you, lad. Okay, right, fair enough. Right. Anyway, I would like to thank all of our pundits tonight. We've had Birchie, who's proud as punch and very, very happy with the Leeds' current performance. We've got Dan, who's desperate to get himself ready and a beer ready for the Sunderland Liverpool thrashing that they're about to give those boys. We've got Sturmy in the bottom corner there, who's kind of happy, just wants some clarity in his life. He's just had a big breakup. Thomas Franks has left Spurs, and now he needs to find a new partner in crime. And sitting there very quietly, very humble, eating humble pie is Mers, nice and humble, going, I am going to win the league. Up Spain for the World Cup, Mers?
Yeah!
Here we go. Knew that
I
one
told
was
you,
coming.
2026 is going to be my year.
Last few comments. Poppy's still trying to wind me. She don't give up. Look at her. England top from Timu. Rue saw the receipt. Yeah, of course he did. I was actually given this shirt, so yeah, probably is fake, but yeah, I was actually given it. Thanks for the entertainment tonight. Phil is too easy to wind up. Up the Leeds. Come on, Wolves. No, Wolves can go suck a fart. Spursy GH Milner has been bought on, and Milner is on. Oh my God. So I'm going to leave everybody at that. I'm going to let everybody enjoy their football for tonight, and we will see you all here next Wednesday. Don't forget all the other shows for KB Terry's Talk. We've got the Midweek Millers tomorrow night for Thursday. We've got the FPL show this week, Mers. No, that's going to come back next week, isn't it, for game week 27? And we have the after-match reactions probably on Saturday. And then don't forget to check in for our brand new Sunday show. It is a phone-in show, and you can come on and talk about your games. Have a quick 10 minutes with Tom and the team, and then, dart straight off. So there's no obligation from anybody, and anybody can join. So anybody that's watching from any of the leagues, please feel free to drop in on the Sunday show. So thank you very much, everybody, and we will see you all here next week. Bye for now.